All right, we're live.
Are we live?
Yeah.
We're live. My God. Oh, it's us again, Killer Bee Nation. Oh my God, we're live. Yeah, this morning we were at the Douglas Police Department. Now, and then we had our premiere on YouTube, and now we're in Sierra Vista. A guy has a swarm right around the corner here on the east of his house. Is it a swarm or is it a hive? We're gonna find out. So hang tight for a second while we get the suits on, and we're gonna go and rescue this whole damn neighborhood. Welcome back, everybody. Hosh is on camera. Say good afternoon, Hosh.
Hey, everybody.
All right, here we go.
Good afternoon.
We are gonna get suited up and raise hell with these guys.
Yeah. There's your suit, Reed. Hey, so killer bees, all right? For those of you who are new to the channel,
What the hell are they, Hosh?
we're killer bee exterminators.
What are they?
First and foremost.
What are killer bees? What are killer bees? I'm
Killer
asking.
bees are honeybees that are
Are
just...
they honeybees?
They
How
are
can you
honeybees.
how can you tell?
You can't tell by looking, Reed.
You can't?
No. You can't tell by looking, and that's one of the things that makes the whole situation
What if you
so
look
dangerous.
really hard?
Well, I mean, if you had a microscope,
Oh yeah, actually you're right.
I think theoretically, what is it, like the wings are 10% smaller?
Yeah,
or
the
something like
wings
that?
are slightly smaller in Africanized bees, but don't assume. And genetically, of course, but we don't. That lab equipment we don't have.
Yeah, we don't have a laboratory, but what we do know is that in 1998, laboratory in Tucson
Right.
said 100% of the feral unmanaged
Don't
honeybee
send
hives-
any more, they
They
said.
said stop sending us samples.
send
It's
any more."
over.
Yep.
Arizona's lost.
Yep. That was 1998 because I had been sending samples to them, and everybody else had too in the early 90s and mid 90s because we knew Africanized bees, killer bees, were coming, and but nobody knew what the heck was going on with them, what to expect. What's going on with these killer bees, and so. When they came across the line, that's why we call them bee legals. Okay, anyway. They pretty quickly, within a few years, about 6 years, something like that, took over Arizona.
Where they hit like 92, 93?
Yeah, 91 in Texas officially, 93 in Arizona. That was the first recorded Africanized swarm, killer bee swarm. And now, of course, they're all over the United States. They're in the lower 48. But back then, so what we've been dealing with for 30 years is now very new for the rest of the country, which is why we're glad to be here with you and educating everybody about these damn killer bees, and pretty much on a daily basis and multiple times a day. You know what? My suit is so sticky with honey. We have had some serious removals.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, my net even, because we've had honey dripping on the net, I can barely zip the damn thing out. I think I'm going to have to soak it in hot water tonight. What do you guys think? Yeah.
And it's not going to end.
No. In fact, tomorrow morning we have a huge removal. About 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. It would try to live stream. She said she has really good reception out there, up in the roof area, and just even the pictures that she sent, you can see comb hanging down like this off the roof area, and there were, I don't know if there still are, 2 owl nests right by the killer beehive. What in the hell? So
Well, here we are in Sierra Vista.
yeah, right now we're in Sierra Vista, right?
And
Oh my
yeah,
God, my
we
net.
don't know if it's a swarm or a hive yet.
Look at your net's all crunched up
Oh,
too.
we're a mess.
You're a
I mean,
mess.
look at these bees on
Look,
the top
look
of
at
you.
these bees on you. Look at we're
Oh,
so
yeah.
I can't look at this. I have to pull this apart, everybody. The net is so stuck together with honey.
Wow,
look at this.
man. Look at this.
What? Look at what?
Yeah.
You look at this.
That's totally what's going
The hell
on
are you
here.
talking about? Anyway,
You
we got
got three killer bees stuck onto the top of your head.
3 killer
I
bees.
feel like a chimp right now.
You do not. Yeah, well, he's cleaning the bees off the top of my net here. Because
Not that it matters, I
no, not
guess.
that it really matters. Because you know what? We're so covered in. Come on, get out of here.
Yeah.
Ma.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're so covered in pheromone that we are the enemy because this last couple of weeks actually has been abject hell with these killer bees. And so we're when they get mad enough at us, and we're going to really avoid that here in this neighborhood. We don't need a Nat Geo moment here, okay? We're going to make this safe. That's the whole goal with this particular situation, is to make it safe for this wonderful gentleman that called us. Joseph, if you're watching, hey buddy, comment. You guys comment and whatnot. We'll try to get, it's hard to see sometimes, but with a situation like this, it's a lot easier. Hold on, guys. I gotta make sure I'm zipped in here. With a situation like this, it's a lot easier to answer questions and converse, because a ball of bees like this hanging on the side of the eaves is a lot different than if they've been there a year or two or whatever. So it's just I've done 1,000 of these, or 10,000. I don't even know how many. 35 years I've been doing this, you guys. 35 years. So I'm trying to get zippered up here. You know what we need, right, Hosh?
Yep.
So we're gonna make quick work of this. We do not relocate or any of that kind of nonsense. I heard there's a TV show coming out about killer bees where they do what we've been telling them not to do, which is relocate and requeen, which is just stupid. And I mean, the main reason is, besides they're going to become Africanized again. Africanized bees are taking over killer bees. Okay, that's what they're called, killer bees. Technically, they're called Africanized bees because the genes, when we have them tested, which we did as recently, a lot of them tested as recently as like 2015, I think it was. I was on the History Channel, Monster Quest. Have we got the ladder over there? Okay.
Yep.
And have we got a bucket to put them in?
Yep.
Okay, good. They did a show, Monster Quest, and they called it Giant Killer Bees. I don't know why the hell they called it that. But they were set out, they were trying to disprove the myth that Africanized bees cannot live where it's cold. And so we sent samples. They flew me to Vegas, to high elevations there. We went, no matter what elevation we went to or what climate we went to, and got wild hives. We sent samples back to the labs in Tucson for testing a percentage of Africanization. It was done, it was over. And so that was that recently. And now they've been found in Alberta. Yes. So here's what we have here, guys. And we got to make quick work of this. I want to show you what's up here. Have we got one of the flat ones? Because with something like this, I can put the flat bucket up here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll grab one.
Okay, thank you. I'll take everybody up and show them what's going on here with this. All right, now this looks like just a nice little, we think, swarm. We don't know if it's a hive yet. If they have little white nubbins built up, then the nubbins are their building blocks. They're actually 2 bars. I'm going to have to move this ladder around. I can't see for crap. The sun is so bright. So winter's over, guys, I'll tell you. But so anyway, now there are probably maybe 3,000 bees there, something like that. It's not a huge swarm. Like, we have to turn this around because we can't see looking into the sun. So if you can turn this around, do a 180. Actually, a 180. There you go. Because it's just looking directly into the sun. I'd rather look into a satellite dish. So anyway. So, okay, this is going to be a classic. Here you go. I'll let you take that. Mm-hmm. And I might have to move. I'm going to switch this around like this. So what we're doing is mitigating the threat. Now, everybody, especially beekeepers, will say, well, that's not a threat. That is the size, and that is what killed our good buddy Dan Oldfield over in Bisbee 2 years ago.
Yeah, remember 500 stings is a rattlesnake
Yeah,
bite.
only 500 stings, and there's 2,000 bees here. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking a non-toxic spray adhesive. Joseph, I hope you're watching. Joseph is a wonderful guy that saw these. Thank God, because we got neighbors here, we got kids walking by. Thank God he saw them before they set up shop and is getting rid of them. So you want to back that up a little bit so we don't get any spray adhesive on it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to coat the outside of them with this non-toxic spray adhesive. This is like an onion, okay? And so once they would think that something was wrong, they would come peeling off just like an onion. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this up a little bit more, and then we're going to get busy. I'm going to use a pyrethrin, which is a pesticide made from chrysanthemum flowers, and we're going to knock them down. Now I'm making quick work of this, guys, because I have to, because we're in a neighborhood and we can't let them go nutsoid. So,
which is why we wouldn't use a vacuum in this case.
No, it'd take too much setup.
It would take too much setup, and they would blow up as we're vacuuming.
I've seen it.
You're not just going to vacuum these up.
So,
you don't
what
sit
I'm doing
still.
now is I'm actually little squirts, and it even says so on the label. And I have this bucket to catch anything that may even drip or anything else. But we're mitigating the threat. We're killing this swarm, because if you were to requeen this and take it, wherever, if you have hives somewhere in the state of Arizona, you better not be putting hives on people's ranches and shit, or you might get shot, because everyone has lost cows, loved ones, horses, to these pigs, to these damn bees. And so nobody wants them. They're absolutely evil. This is really working well, guys. You're seeing expediency at its work. You're seeing 35 years worth of experience doing this. Is what you're doing, because we don't want them flying all over. We do not want a National Geographic moment here. We want them all to die right where they are, and then drop into the bucket so we can take it all away. Now you're going to see all these bees farting around, of course. Well, that's why I'm using the spray adhesive to knock them down out of the air. So thank you so much, Joseph, for calling right away to get this done. It's less expensive. It's a hell of a lot safer for everyone concerned. The neighborhood. You know, it's one of the questions I ask people is, how long have they been there? When did you first notice them? You would not believe, everyone, how many times people say, only a year. Oh, really? Are you serious? This is really working well, Hosh. What do you think?
Yeah.
We got a few people with us?
Yeah, we do.
We got killer bees, everybody. Yes. So we're making it safe for Joseph, and not only Joseph, but his entire neighborhood. And also, in the state of Arizona, the liability is just stupid high with these things.
That's the main thing.
I mean, I'm an expert witness, and if a person is doing everything they can to mitigate, to have a licensed professional, that's the two words right there, licensed professional, not your not your brother-in-law. Oh, I can take care of them. No, don't do it, because if he gets stung, and you're using unlicensed people in the state of Arizona because of the laws here, you can get sued by your own brother-in-law, which is probably going to happen at some point anyway. What? I don't care how much you drink with him now. Anyway, oh, there we go. So this is really working well. I don't see any really white nubbins yet, do you?
Not yet.
What was that? We did it.
Yeah, they're there.
Are you serious?
They were going to build a hive there.
Okay, now here's what Hosh is talking about, everybody. And Joseph, if you're watching, this is really cool info. Because these just came in like super recently. Like yesterday, maybe today. And I told the only difference between a swarm and a hive is that millisecond they decide to live somewhere. Well, used to be that when they hived up, when they became a hive, they'd be a lot more dangerous. Well, nowadays, even a swarm like this is enough to kill about a dozen horses, because it takes 500 stings to equal a snake bite. So this is really working well. All right, so when they decide to hive up, if there are little white nubbins, yeah, there are. See these little white nubbins? They're really tiny ones because they just have been here. As soon as these fall, we'll see if there's more. They had decided to live here, and I was telling Joseph that on the phone. You know, and the question to everybody, and people, I mean, so many people still say, oh, give them a few days, they'll move on. Okay, a few problems with that. A, they're probably not going to if they're up under the eaves or up on a building like this. If they're on a tree limb, 50-50. Because we're seeing about half of the swarms that we're removing from tree limbs building right on the tree limb in front of God and everybody. Definitely not European bee behavior, period. And the other thing is, if they're here for 4 or 5 days, well, in that time, if a kid walks by and throws a rock and gets stung, you get sued. Oh, isn't that just lovely? So the other problem is, if they move on, where in the hell do they go? I mean, if your neighbor has bees, you have bees. It doesn't do any good to have them living anywhere in the neighborhood for multiple reasons. The obvious ones. They don't know fences and boundaries. They'll sting. They'll go right over a 10-foot fence, no problem. Of course, duh, they can fly. And so this is working really well, Hosh. So look at this white nubbins here. They had decided to set up shop. Interesting. It's becoming a higher percentage. Of course, I've been saying if they set up on a house, no matter where on a house, they're there.
Yeah.
They're building comb right there. Another week, they would have actually had little nubbins of comb under here. And I have seen where they get bigger then and they keep building, and then they would build under here, and it turns into a nightmare. So if they fly away, well, where the hell do they go? Okay, if they move under your shed or up in the eaves of your house or in your barbecue or in the wheel well of your damn truck, it's a lot more expensive to have them removed and a hell of a lot more dangerous. Secondly, if they do go to your neighbors, great, set up shop, and they don't call, here's what happens. And this is where these guys came from. It's fascinating shit, everybody. Nature's way of propagating the area with bees is swarming. And it's where you've got a hive. There's a hive somewhere around here. Who knows? Could be next door. And that's a normal old hive of, say, 50,000, 100,000 bees, whatever. 10 or 20% of the bees take off, go find a new place to live. You still have that old hive. So that would be this bunch here. So that was the divide and conquer part. But that old hive is still somewhere else. Well, back in the day when we had nice bees, when we had European bees, they would do that 5 or 6 times a year left to their own devices. No, no, no. Killer bees, 30 times per hive per year. 30. Did you hear me? So that hive that still is around here somewhere will put out 30 of these a year and just populate the entire neighborhood. So we're trying to get all HOAs and all neighborhoods, no matter, trailer parks, etc., to get rid of all of the bees in their area, in their neighborhood, because for this very reason, so that they don't populate the entire area with killer bees. Although, it's just impossible to get rid of them. People are like, oh, are you going to make us all starve? Oh, get out of here. Jesus, it's like we get one tenth of 100. We get none. I mean, we just get the bees that people call on that are smart enough to get rid of them, okay, before they become an issue and a liability. When we get rid of one hive, there are literally 1,000 more out there. It's ridiculous. So anyway, who we got with us, Osh?
Oh, we got all kinds of people.
All kinds of people.
Yeah.
Good, bad, and ugly?
Sure. And people concerned that you're killing honeybees.
Well, that's all right. I love explaining this because, and I do want to explain to everyone, we're going to have to get the brush.
Okay.
I do want to explain to everyone that honeybees, now, we've all believed the hype. I was the biggest bee hugger in the world before I started doing this and realized the truth. There were no honeybees in the state of Arizona until 1862. No honeybees in Arizona. There were no honeybees in the Western Hemisphere until the early 1600s when Europeans brought them. Oh yeah, wait a minute, they're called European honeybees, aren't they? They're not called Southwestern honeybees. They're not called Alabama honeybees, are they? No, they're called European honeybees because they're invasive to the Western Hemisphere. People lived in the Western Hemisphere for eons without honeybees of any type. So these are invasive. Honeybees, European honeybees, especially European and now the killer bees, are like the buffalo grass of the insect world. The main problem, besides the aggression and all that good shit, is that they compete with our native pollinators. God damn, it makes me nervous. I only got one pair of gloves on. I think I'm gonna get the brush. This is working really well, guys. I'm gonna leave this. Well, I don't want it to dump over. I'll take it down. So they compete with our native pollinators for food source and housing. And a real problem with these little bastards is any honeybees, especially killer bees, they will fight with native pollinators and each other on flowers for nectar.
So how did things get pollinated without honeybees, Reed?
Native pollinators.
And what are those?
They're about this big, and they're man, they even get this. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, they're native pollinators. Our bees also. Most of them are solitary, and you know them as bumblebees, certain wasps and hornets, mason bees, leafcutter bees, digger bees, sweat bees, cedar flies aren't flies, they're bees. Those are all pollinators. In this northern Sonora Desert area, we have over 1,000 different species of native pollinators that these bastards are driving toward extinction.
Yes.
That was a pregnant pause there.
Yes,
That's
these
just
bastards.
to set in them. Them.
So, going back to the television show that you were talking about.
Oh, yeah, some new show. I don't know what it is.
You could. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's easy. You can take a killer bee swarm or a killer bee colony and you can requeen it.
Absolutely.
And it will become gentle in a controlled setting. You've got to have a controlled setting. But here's the thing. All you've done at that point is replace one species of invasive species.
This is a really good point,
with
actually.
Another, so then, then you have honeybees. Well, great.
But they're still invasive.
Are invasive to the Western Hemisphere.
So you're taking killer bees and requeening them with a nice European queen, which means in 3 weeks your hive is European again. You still have an invasive species. What are you taking, the lesser of evils?
Yeah, it's the lesser of two evils. You've made one bad thing a little less bad.
Yeah.
Now, your professional beekeepers are keeping the orchards in California
in business
stocked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bees.
Wild.
So you don't have to worry about.
No. Feral honeybees have nothing to do with pollination.
Right.
of crops, etc. Right. And on top of that, all of our native plants here in the Western Hemisphere do not need honeybees for pollination. They do need our native pollinators. In fact, they prefer them. And one for one, you want to brush that down?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. One for one, native pollinators are per bee 20 to 30 times better at pollinating than honeybees. And also honeybees are hoarders. They take more than they need, which is why we like them, because we take the excess, we take the honey, but they take more than they need and actually deprive native pollinators of food source. So they're really bad. So Hosh had a really good point there about that. Yeah, you can requeen bees, and so it's the lesser of two evils. Then you have nice invasive species. What the hell?
So then I'm assuming they're going to take that box of bees and give it to a professional beekeeper, because if they keep it on their little ranch, or if they go set it loose in the wild again, it's going to become Africanized.
And on that note, a professional beekeeper is not going to take any damn hive you give them. They raise their own.
Right.
They're in-house. They raise all their own bees.
So the premise of the show is incredibly disingenuous.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. I don't know what. Although I heard it from a friend. I heard it through the grapevine. I heard it from a friend today that she came up to me in Safeway and said, "How come you aren't on that show?" And I said, "What the hell are you talking about, Gilligan's Island?" And she said, "No, the Killer Bee Show." And I went, "Well, we kind of have our own. I mean, when you can have 100,000 people following you around every day chasing bees, which we do on TikTok and YouTube, we don't need a we don't need a show." Oh, good. We already have remnant bees balling up. I'll explain those in a second.
My question would be.
Yeah. Here, we can put this away.
Do you want to spray pheromone up there?
No, because I don't think it's necessary, because they were so new. And I told him, we guarantee it for 2 years, and we'll not come back to that spot, because wherever they've landed, they do leave pheromones, but there's so little. And look at those little bees. See, those guys are coming back now. Those are remnant bees. I want to show you guys. Because they were deciding on setting up shop, there were already bees flying around, trying to get to know the neighborhood. Literally, their new digs, trying to get to know everything around here, like where are the flowers, where are the walls, where are the houses, what do we have to fly over to get to know their new digs. And so they're coming back now, because this is the only home they know.
Do you want me to spray up there?
Yeah, you want to do a light dusting?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is all they know. And so they're coming back from the field, from out farting around, getting to know the neighborhood, the trailer park, getting to know where everything is around here. And so we're using that non-toxic spray adhesive again to knock them down. Don't try this at home, anybody. I don't care who you are. Don't try this at home. And not too much of it, of course. We want to be able to knock them down. You know that. Yeah. Wow. So we still got them flying back.
Oh, yeah. I know they're on the roof.
And there will be... Oh, there's some up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big old fat drone up here.
Oh, yeah?
A couple of them.
There's a couple of big fat drones down here, too.
Right on.
Well, there's one for sure. What? Stop it. Don't do it.
I'm on my way.
You're on your way to being a big fat old drone?
Well, I think it's probably inevitable.
If you live that long. So look at all these
if the bees don't get me.
If the bees don't get you, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, okay, these remnant bees, this is great question. I don't know, I can't see. People are asking questions, I have no idea.
Like, these actually are spicy.
Yeah, well, I'm going to put my net back on, actually.
These are spicy.
Because I got stung, after we left you guys the other day, I don't even know where we were.
They're hot bees.
I took my net off because I thought we were all done with, the removal and the filming and everything like that. Yeah. And I took my net off, and bam, one got me in the eyelid right here just day before yesterday. Right. And it looked like, you remember the old I'd rather fight than switch? Yeah, that's what I looked like. It looked like I'd been in a fight. I had, kind of, with something that long. That's embarrassing. Right. It won.
And same thing happened to me this morning. After we after we ended our live stream, I had my hood off and I got stung in the head.
Yeah, you got stung right in the head.
Good times.
It happens all the damn time. We get too cowboy up and it's like, oh, I'm tired. It's too hot in the suit.
It's easy for us to be cowboys.
Well, there is that, because we are. So here, move your right arm down. I just want to show everybody this really cool patch that you have.
Oh yeah, that one there?
Yeah, and that one right there, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So I got to tell you guys, because the Blue Water Cafe, so Mel and Dan are buddies of ours up on the north shore of Lake Superior, of all things. Look, I got one too. See that, everybody? So they use our honey in their pies. They have berry pies at the Blue Water Cafe in Grand Marais. And so they've been using our honey in their pies. So a few months ago, they called us up and said, hey, if we get you guys a couple of new bee suits and have some nice embroidered patches made, would you wear them? And I was like, yeah, hell yeah. So it's a lot of fun. So that's what that came from. And then we had the wild hair. On YouTube, we got the membership button thing figured out. I finally, I
Oh
can't.
yeah, you guys should join. Become a member of Killer Bee Nation and get a jar of honey every month.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, one of the levels, of course, you know me, we have the first level is the killer drone. And the second level is killer worker, Dower. And the third level is killer queen. And so that's all the levels we have right now. And with the top level, you get a free jar of honey sent to you, 8-ounce jar of our either nice light mesquite or whatever we happen to have, whatever we got, sent every first of every month. And I want to tell everybody, if you're watching and you are a member already, that's when your honey's going to go out, is on the first of every month. And I'm going to be getting a hold of you to get address and all that good shit, right? To send your honey to you. I guess we should go with a level 4. I don't know, merch discounts and I don't know what the hell. But I don't know what to call it. And then I think it was Mel up at Blue Water Cafe, Mel and Dan, that came up with, well, how about Killer Bee Exterminator?
Ooh.
Oh, is that nice?
Is that the cube? You get a cube?
Oh, maybe so. I don't know if anybody can afford that.
I easily
we'll
go
find
through a cube a month.
Yeah, well, actually.
I'm probably like every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I'm
right,
going through a cube at my house.
And congratulate Hosh. Hosh just had a baby boy 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah.
And
a buttload of keeps him up all night. Let's go chase bees. Okay. I don't know anything about it, but anyway. And of course, his goat had like 3 babies that same day. Ay. So anyway, but he's gonna go chase bees anyway. Tough shit. So I can't. The membership thing. Yeah, go check it out on YouTube. It's kind of fun. You get cool little badges and shit. And I don't know. I'm having fun with it. So look at here. Here's what's gonna happen now, Joseph. If you are watching, I want to explain this. Any bees that come back, and there will be a few. Look, you can see the little nubbins up there. They were there, Hosh.
Oh yeah.
Those
no,
nubbins,
they were building.
Yeah,
they were setting up shop.
I can't see these. I can't see the screen for shit for comments.
Yeah.
Can you?
Well, if I cover it.
You can take your net off. No, really.
Yeah, right. Not after this morning.
Yeah,
they
right.
humbled me this morning.
Oh, that's true. He's marked. Yeah, he's marked. So, any bees that come back now. Okay, remnant bees are like an amputated limb, literally. You can live without your big toe, but it might be difficult. That would really be a pain, wouldn't it? You can live without your big toe, but your big toe can't live without you. Your big toe, if it gets severed, can't go crawl away and make another human. Same thing with remnant bees. They can't go start another hive. They cannot. It's not going to happen. And so these bees, and another fascinating little thing, because everything I say is, another fascinating thing is that these bees, everybody asks, are my remnant bees going to go find a new place to live? No. They're not going to go strengthen a hive somewhere or even go back to the hive they came from, because every hive is an enemy of every other hive, even offspring to parent hive. They're enemies. They have a different smell, even to it, just like humans have a different smell to each other. So every hive is an enemy of every other hive. The only reason they visit each other is to steal honey. Oh, they're total Vikings. And so these cannot go anywhere else. But, even our romance with honeybees is just ridiculous, because they're individual cells of an organism. That's how they treat each other. So these bees, the few that are, this really went well, by the way, guys. And these bees that are going to gather up, they'll die off over the coming days. They won't be aggressive. And so, Joseph, it's good to go. You're safe. God damn it. Yeah. Shut up, Hosh. He's fucking laughing his ass off back there. Did you see that one bounce off of me, guys? Yeah, I can scream like a little girl better than you can, Hosh. I can't tell you. In this, I'm Superman. Without it, not so much. I'll be like, eh. Oh, my God. So this is working really well, in other words. I'm being stupid.
Yeah, you are tempted.
I don't know. It's been a long day.
Right.
So we had to rescue the Douglas Police Department this morning over on the border. There were more bee legals. Anyway. All right. So that's what we call them down here on the border, bee legals. It's been a long day. first thing rescuing the Douglas Police Department. Then we had our live stream on YouTube, our premiere, and now this. And then tomorrow morning we're up and out early to a barn that we have to climb up into the attic area, and there's comb hanging down, shitload of bees, and two owl nests. Two owl nests right next to them. It scares the living hell out of me because I've watched bees kill owls. I watched these killer bees. They will kill anything. I watched one hive of killer bees kill a 1,000-pound hog. And on the converse, I've watched them kill a baby bird. Watched it. I don't like these things. Any romance you guys have about them, just leave it at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
And I think that's our general attitude is, requeening's, yeah, basic. I mean, the honeybees, requeening's a waste of time.
It is a total waste. We don't need them for pollination.
Yeah.
All of our native plants don't need honeybees for pollination. They don't want them, as a matter of fact. Our native plants need it. It's like there are certain bats that only pollinate agaves, but honeybees will steal that nectar during the day that those bats need in those agaves. Yeah, you guys didn't know that, did you? The Mexican free-tail bats, they come up and they pollinate. That's their only food source. And normally, that used to be the only way that those agaves would get pollinated. Well, now with these killer bees, they will go and pollinate. Will steal that nectar during the day. No, honeybees are not good. Honeybees are not good. There's no way around it. So, anyway, I can go on for days about this, and I have. I've gone on for 35 years about it, actually.
Well, the fans are saying thank you for what you do. And thank you.
We love you guys.
Thanks
you so
for following us. We really
Yes.
appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. It's a lot of fun to share with you guys.
A lot of fun to have you guys along. We're going to wrap it up for now. This went really smoothly. We saved the day. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, tomorrow morning early, we're early for us, 9 a.m. maybe Mountain Standard Time. We'll be at the location. It takes a couple of hours to drive there. A huge county here, Cochise County, and but this is going to be a big one tomorrow. And then who knows what the hell is going to happen? We didn't know about this until Joseph called us. I don't know.
Right before the premiere.
Right before the premiere, a couple of hours ago, even less. And I said, we'll be there as soon as the premiere's done. It's like a 20-minute video. Did some nice live chats on there. If anybody's watching, hey, you guys. And then we raced over here to save the day because we treat all these like bombs waiting to go off, which they are. We just don't know how short the fuse is. We know how short mine is, though.
Hey.
Anyway, okay, we love you guys. We love you guys. Go to killerbeeguy.com and get some honey. And also go to the YouTube thing and check out our membership thing. It's just fun. What the hell? It's cool. Everything we do is cool. Say goodbye, Hosh.
All right. Hey, everybody, listen. If you got a ball of bees on the side of your house, call an exterminator. I don't care what state you're in. Killer bees are in all the lower 48 states. So it's a crapshoot. You don't know what you're going to get. And it could save your life. Call an exterminator. Don't worry about relocating anything. Just kill them. There's tons of these things out there. They're not going anywhere. In fact, they're the future. They're going to take over. So just, then don't do it yourself also. Call somebody to take care of it for you. Later on.